evening, everybody. How's everybody doing this fine Thursday? Welcome to Thursday Train Time. Back in the train room. The same train's running as always. Did I get anything done over the weekend? Of course I didn't. I had all plans to get this all ballasted. Did I do it? No. Life took over as usual. Herself had other plans for me for the weekend, and I won't get anything done this weekend either because firstborn daughter, I've mentioned this before, she's just bought a house and she's actually moving out this weekend, so it's all hands to the pump now, pack everything up, get her moved out, and then everyone then is moving and swapping rooms after that, so it's going to be a busy weekend, so I won't get in here to do anything this weekend. Before I forget, pinned to the top of the chat is the link for the Moderator Awards. They've kicked off again. Rob from RGJ Trains is looking after it this year, so that should be fun. Go Rob. I'll be helping him out in the background with it as well. It's an idea myself and Jason came up with about 3 years ago because the unsung heroes of all these live streams are the moderators. Without them, we couldn't do our live streams. They're a fantastic help, and they're a fantastic help to the model railway community. I know when I first started out, Flymo was a fantastic help. He would message me afterwards and say, oh, you need to watch this and do that, and full of great advice, and he was a great help from the start. There's loads of other fantastic mods out there as well, so get your vote in for your favourite mod. Timbersurf won it last year, so he's not eligible this year because he won it last year. So get your votes in. They've got to be an active moderator, so active in on the streams. So click that link, get your vote in. I think it's 6th of December, I think Rob said is the closing date. Or is it? Or no, he's going to announce it on the 6th. I don't know. Click on the link. I should know. Click on the link and find out. The other thing I want to mention is, I'm only going to touch on this because it's been going on now for a couple of weeks, is various YouTubers and everything, there's been some bullying and stuff going on. I don't want to dwell on this. It's not very nice in the community. We're all here just playing with plastic trains. Us on YouTube, that is just another hobby. Anybody who does YouTube knows how much work and time it takes up to do YouTube. Again, YouTube's just a hobby for me. Playing with plastic trains is another hobby for me. If you come across anyone who's bullying you, block them, delete them, move on. That's all I say. That's all I do with people who come on to me, make nasty comments or whatever like that. I think, you're not worth my time. I'm not going to get upset about you. I'm not going to dwell on it. Block them, move on, okay? That's all I want to say now. It's not nice. I know some people seem to be having a go at each other, and it's just not nice, and I won't tolerate anything like that on my channel. If I see it, they're gone. All right, so behave in the chat, please. Right, let's get over to the chat, see who's in tonight. Once I get it up on my phone. Oh, according to YouTube, I'm live, so that's good. Okay, right, the chat can only go back so far. Let's make sure I'm looking at all messages. I think Rob was first off the mark anyway. I seen that message pop up early. So Rob RGJ Trains, I presume Grace is there as well. Hi guys. I got Andrew 156, Delft Junction Pete, good evening. Hot Dog Pilot Andy, good evening. Digger Evans, good evening. Scott Woods in as well. Maura King. I seen a message pop up earlier saying that she was going to have a few babies on Saturday and she mightn't make RGJ stream. Fair play to you, Maura. Hope you enjoyed the day. Ivo runs on. Good evening, Ivo. Who else we got in? Dara Locomotive Shed, Summer Breeze Model Railway, Tom Houston Model Rail. Good evening, guys. SJ TrainWorld, Simon. Good evening. Brian Madden's in. Good evening, Brian. Yeah, the chat is flying through. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. Simon Trains Model Railway. Good evening. Tom Houston Model Railway. I said, Brian, just go. There's just everyone saying hello to everyone. Does anyone know if Dublin and Kingstown Railway was a double track? Because I've seen pictures of it being so. I think it was. The Growler, Backwoods Engage. How are you doing, Ewan? Good evening from Austria. Oh, well, you're on holiday. Enjoy. I could have done with your help on Tuesday evening, Ewan, when I was putting together. We were actually laying track on the 009, putting some Engage track together. Oh, it was just, yeah, frustrating was the word, I think. John JMC, good evening, John. How are you doing? I see they're still using this app thing for the names. So going through, anyone else? LNERW1, if I missed your name, the chat only goes back so far, I'm afraid, but you're all welcome to the stream. Hope you're all keeping well. Some reason why, well done to all moderators, do a great job and make the streams what they are and keep up the good work. Yeah, they do. I say I couldn't do it without them. Leicester Station TMD, Gary, good evening. Clive, Newman Railway, good evening. Redbridge Railways, evening all. That's a name I don't recognise. It could be someone else, then YouTube changed the name, but welcome. Behave, guess no puns this evening. Leslie Gippon Railways, good evening, Leslie. Just everyone saying hello to everyone. If I missed your name, I apologise. Shedmouth Junction, it's Thursday night, Donegal Dad time. Good evening, Martin. How are you doing? How's Evie getting on? Somebody's wondering, well said about the bullying, Mark. I think it's mainly due to jealousy, though, that it happens, unfortunately. Yeah, that's it's not nice. I think everyone, I know, growing up in life, I've been bullied. And at times also, I admit, I was the bully as well. At the time, I didn't realise it being young and stupid, but yeah, you things that happen. Platform 7A, good evening. Donegal Dad does engaging with N-gauge track. Yes, it wasn't fun putting all that together. 156, I'm on holiday this week. Scarborough, oh, very nice. John JMC, Flymo has a bridge named after him on my layout. Is there a link for the moderator voting? Yes, it's at the top. I pinned the comment in the top of the chat. I will be putting it out on all my socials. It was, Rob kicked it off last night and set it up, and to be honest, I just haven't had time to get near a computer to put it out on my socials, so it'll be going out on my YouTube and Facebook pages. But you should see the link pinned at the top of the chat. Bang out your junction, Carl. Good evening, Carl. How you doing? Actually, let's take put it down to the 4 screens. I'll be looking at my ugly mug all the time. So don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me, like and share and all that jazz. I'll just stand over here in the corner. You can just see me in the corner staring at my phone. Let's just. What are you doing today, Mark? Today, I've spent the day running around like a headless chicken. Went off to do a job today, one of those sort of 5-minute jobs. Turned out to be an all-day job. I was thinking I'd come in here and maybe do the ballasting on the stream, but I just haven't got myself organised. So we're just going to chat and play trains tonight, Gary. So if you've got any questions or anything you want me to answer, give me a shout. Here, lads, I have to pop off at 8 as Rail Natters on Thursday this week. Oh, is that on tonight, is it? Yeah, as Maura says, it's at the top of the chat. Anyone got any tips on removing glue marks from a painted loco? I bought a spares and repair loco, which I've got running, but a few glue smears around otherwise nice shell. Well, I suppose it would depend on the glue. Oh, there, not sure which glue. Might be super glue. Not my gluing. I've tried freezing it overnight, did nothing. I just call it Flymo's Bridge, but I like that. Death turns to me. Anyway, Mark, what do you mean plastic trains? I've got some metal ones. Ooh! I probably have actually some metal ones here somewhere in a box. Donegal Dad gets enraged. Yes, it was a bit of that. It wasn't so much the metal fish plates. It's the insulating fish plates, the plastic ones. They're bad enough to put on 00. Never mind putting them on an engaged track. Was that day I was thinking, maybe I need to get glasses. The chat rolls faster than I can roll down the top of Snowdown. Hi Mark, Evie is all good, thanks. Currently hiding in her room. Yeah, teenage girls. I've 4 of them. Well, yeah, I'll have, by the end of this year, I'll only have 1 officially, and they're teenage girl. YouTube has been a bit sharp on the censoring tonight. Oh, what's YouTube doing? Can we still have food chat in the chats? So as long as that doesn't get banned. I did actually buy some custard creams and bourbons to eat during tonight's live stream, but they didn't make it to Thursday. Andy says to Tom, very carefully with a razor blade and scalpel. Yeah. That's just TrainWorld challenge accepted. So Simon's asking Andrew how the trip to Scarborough's going. Leslie loves the viaduct. Yeah, I got that in a couple of weeks ago. I was hoping to get last weekend to have all the ballasting done, at least on this section here, because then I could then just launch into the scenics on this. But you know, this time of year when you think it's dark in the evenings and you've got more time, something else comes up. Morris says to Tom, can you buy a glue remover solution and gently use it with a cotton bud? Ian says, sorry Mark, I wasn't about for the 009 track laying. I was on holiday, but my wife fell and broke her hip. Oh no. The holiday has turned into a nightmare, being wrapped to the UK tomorrow. Oh, sorry to hear that, Ewan. I went through something similar to that, about 6-7 years ago. Actually, it was 2020. It was just before COVID hit. We went on holiday to Lanzarote, which we can never say that word in this house anymore. And we went with my missus' parents, Becky's parents. Her dad was turning 70, so it was a holiday to celebrate that. And he took a bit of a heart attack while we were there, and he wasn't allowed to fly back, and we had to Becky and everything had to fly home, and I was left on Lanzarote for an extra 2 weeks with them to look after them, and until they sorted out an evacuation flight to get them back to Bristol. It was absolute nightmare. So I know what you're going through, Ewan. It's absolute nightmare. Well, I hope she gets better soon. If she has to have a hip replacement, my mum just had that done during the year, and as long as she does all the exercises and does the physio and everything like that, my mum was up and walking about within a couple of weeks. McCarville Studios, Michael, good evening. How are you doing? Mark, can you say like a headless chicken? Headless chicken, why? Why did I say it? Mark ain't going to be able to read all the chat before starting. Yeah, the chat is, I don't know how far behind. Thanks, Andy. It's a thin smear. Might matte varnish over it. Yeah, that's an idea. Do you think Percy could start using a travelling post office or a TPO, or are those just only for mainline trains? I think use them wherever you want. Andrew, going on Monday on the Flying Scotsman. Oh, very nice. They all have metal in them. I suppose they do. Yes, there they do all have metal in them, John. Yeah, repatriation to your insurers, yeah, it is a nightmare. Because when you ring your insurance, the first thing they try and do is get out of it. We had that battle, which is why it took an extra 2 weeks on Lanzarote. Andy, in that case, a little tea cut or toothpaste with a bud. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I mean, I think if you even do damage the paint a bit, where you take the glue off, you can do maybe a little bit of heavy weathering over it to hide it a bit. Redbridge Railways, good evening. I wear glasses and still struggle to fix press on N-gauge track. That, I think I need a drink. Yes, have a can of Dr. Pepper, because I haven't had much today and I need a bit of a pick-me-up. Oh yeah, that hits the spot. Oh, Kev's in. How you doing, Kevin? Hi, neighbour, and everyone else out there. Great to be here. I hope you're keeping well, Kev. Recovered. Kev's a fellow club member there. He was helping out. We all got really excited because for weeks we've been sorting out the baseboards and we actually got to lay a bit of track on Tuesday evening. So it makes you feel like you've achieved something. So I'll just have to remember to bring a transformer with me next week and we'll actually run something in the little section. RIP custard creams. Oh my, is that how far back in the chart I am? Leslie, Lufthansa are our carrier. Medical stuff is unbelievable to get the airline to fly us. Yeah. I do, Rella says, I do N-gauge fish plates by feel, 50-50 chance they slip on. Kev's custard cream's his favourite. It's like a club room you got there, Mark. Yeah, well, we're lucky enough in this house that there's sort of two front rooms. So this has been christened the train room. As you can see, it's full of modern railways. But it was part of the deal that if anyone who's been here a long time know we bought a house and I converted the attic and that was going to be my loft attic. It was a nice big attic, 40 foot by 14 foot wide, building a nice big massive layout in there for 7 minutes, it felt like 7 minutes, 7 months. Just finished converting the attic, just got the boards down, got the track down, and she found this house and we were moving and I said, look, I want a layout. So this room was allowed. So I've been here ever since and hopefully now we're going to stay here. And as the children move out, there will be more rooms become available. So this will probably move, which is why I built this as a modular. 1, to take it to shows, and 2, so I could move it. Let's take it with 50% on track, 50% lodged under your fingernails. Yeah. Or embedded in a fingertip. Yep. Talk about we're the club fan club. Oh, there's Anthony, Model Train Outsider. Good evening, Anthony. How are you doing? How's Kyan and Joyce? I don't approve of Lufthansa, real shysters. Ooh. We never get biscuits at our meetups at DMRC. Yeah, but we did have a tub of heroes or roses or something one week, so, you know. Ivor says, if you want legroom, stay away from the EU carrier. Any EU carrier. Yeah, I got myself a window seat on the flight back from Barcelona, only to find that that was the one seat on this particular aircraft that didn't have a window. So I just had a panel to look at. Sure. I was like, Somebody's Monterey. West Hill Wagon Works have a tool which helps to put fish plates on double or N-gauge track. I think they also have it for TT now as well. Yeah, usually what I have is, for double O's, I have a little bit of bent rail for putting the fish plates on. I presume I can do the same thing for N-gauge, so I'll give that a go. Brian Madden, on a brighter note, I just finished my jury service. Oh, is that why you weren't there Tuesday? Is that what you got stuck at? Mark, you just said you were running around like a headless chicken, so I want to know if you could say it like one. John MC, rule 1. Yeah, rule 1. Leslie Ivo, they insist on using third word call centres, no issue, but then ask for your bank details either over the phone or by email. Send alarm bells ringing, yeah. Like I was getting a load of text messages from my electricity provider looking for payment and bank details and everything, and I just ignored them thinking they were scams, going, it's got to be a scam because I set everything up by direct debit, but it was actually them. We wanted compensation and in the end we gave up on it. Any RW1, I'm sure that bloke Sam's Trains will take that as a challenge. Next up, all plastic models. That's chicken in a minefield. Hope you haven't got bird flu, Mark. All our chickens are getting flu over here. We've had a couple of turkey farms, which I'm sure the farmers are upset that they've been closed down because of bird flu. So I'm thinking now I'm going to go and get my frozen turkey now before the prices go up, because there's going to be a shortage of turkeys are going to go up. To be honest, we got a fresh turkey once and it cost like 3 or 4 times the cost of a frozen one, and we didn't taste any difference. So we just usually get a frozen one, stick it in the freezer and cook that. Colonel Cottonbell, hey Mark, I come in and see a chugging contest. That's a good old Dr. Pepper. Yeah, as Maura says, it is spreading here as well. There was, on the radio today, there's a couple of cases of turkey farms, I believe, shut down, and all flocks now have to be kept inside. Yes, I have Karen. He's watching a movie and engrossed in it, so I have some time to sneak on the computer. Digger says, we've told to keep all our poultry indoors again, Peter. Also, is the rail car meant to stop or is it striking? No. I mean, yes, of course it's designed to stop there. I think that track is probably a little bit dirty. Oh, it feels like there's glue on it almost. Transformers, robots in disguise. Ivo says, my EU travels are either by car or train. Only places that cannot be reached by land, I'll do by plane due to legroom issues. Timber Surf, good evening Timber, how are you doing? So my wife fell at the top of the North Cat at Innsbruck at about 2 o'clock. We were airlifted off within around an hour. By 10 p.m. she had a 4-hour operation and a new hip walking 24 hours later. Oh, she's had it all done. Excellent. Yeah, it's amazing how efficient some of the hospitals are on the continent. I know I've got some German friends who live here, and if they need anything medical done, they go home and they get it done. Because the state of the health service in this country is very similar to the state of the health service in the UK. Andrew 156, my next live stream will be last week's of the Class 156 on the East Cooper Bridge line. Okay. Colonel Cottonbelt, which is Jason, saying hello to everyone there. I managed to sneak into Jason's live stream. He was trackside, so sometimes, because he's, Jason, if you don't know him, Colonel Cottonbelt is in the States, and sometimes during his lunch break, he'll park up beside rail line and sit and natter for a while, seeing how many trains go by. So check out Jason's channel. And he's got a pretty good layout as well. Somebody's, I hope she's feeling, yeah, we all send her our best wishes, you know, I hope she's feeling better and she'll be up and running around in no time. I have the same issue but live with tight legroom for a short flight. Worst ever was a brand new 777 for KLM. I was literally wedged in, purser offered a jump seat. Wow. Sure, you're not looking at the rooms for more layouts. Modular is a good shout. Garden room style shed is being built down the garden as a spare room, and I get to have some permanently and matured when no one's in there. So I'll have a Fremo layout. Very good. Joshua said, remind me again, what is a fish plate? A fish plate is what joins the rails together on a model railway. And they're actually on real life railways as well, fish plates for joining rails together, although most rails now are actually welded together. Timber Surf, hi Clive, how many bricks down? Ewan says 15600. The 156 will still be working the EK line after December's timetable change. ScotRail don't have enough EMUs to run the diagrams as electric. Also can have it so you can visit exhibitions, which is good crack. Yeah, I do like going to exhibitions. I do like taking, the beginning of this year, the first show, well, apart from ours, which was on in February, but the big show is the North Down show. And I took 5 layouts to that show, and that was a nightmare. So I took the first layout I built on the channel, the 6x4 layout, the Christmas layout, another 4x4 layout, which is just a loop of track that somebody wanted to borrow, the layout I built for Modeller's Corner, and the Inver layout, which is the Donegal layout. Now my children, my daughters are very good, my son were very good to come along and help out. But yeah, it was a nightmare. And also then trying to go around and film the show as well. I was exhausted after the weekend. Clive says he's just got the front left to do. Redbridge Railways, I usually use Pico fish plates but bought some Gauge Master instead. Boy, did they make my fingers bleed. And if you get a garden room, suggest it replaces the lounge and take over the lounge for a train room. Tom, my jury service, if anyone gets called up, take a book, lots of waiting around. Somebody's, yes, I use Pico fish plates. Yes, Tom, and a comfy cushion. Joshua just figured out what fish plates are. Yes, I prefer them, John and Holly. Why are they called that, though? To be honest, I don't know. Anyone know why fish plates are called fish plates? For a cooked one, I broke my tooth on a frozen one. Royal frozen turkey, Royal Family Christmas special. Andy's hate turkey. Some of my model airplanes have flown like them though. We usually go for salmon for Christmas. Well, our Christmas, we're in November now, so we can say the C word, I think. We don't do our dinner on Christmas Day. We do our dinner on St. Stephen's Day, or Boxing Day. Because what we find is with the kids, when they were small and that, I was spending most of the day in the kitchen cooking. And you were missing out a lot. So what we decided to do, and we still do it now even though the kids are bigger, is we go to the likes of Iceland and Asda, buy all their little party food nibbles. So you just have to bung them in the oven for half an hour and then put them out on the table, and we have a buffet style on Christmas Day, so you just go and pick at that. So we get up in the morning, we'll have scrambled egg on croissants with some salmon. I also do some cinnamon toast with some cinnamon mascarpone topping and honey, and we just have that, and we have Bucks Fizz, inverted commas, which is basically orange juice and lemonade. because none of us really drink in this house. And then we have our buffet later on. When people are hungry, I say, should I bung it in the oven? And you just spend the whole day enjoying each other's company, playing with the toys, relaxing, enjoying the day. And then on St. Stephen's Day, Boxing Day, that's when we cook the dinner. And it's worked out really well for us. So we spread it out over 2 days. So you have Christmas Day and Boxing Day, St. Stephen's Day to enjoy it. We should go to salmon for crew. Okay, there's me waiting for things to start and it didn't fucking load. I know I have to be insufferable somehow. I like Turkey, but had some great holidays. Some great holidays. Hot Dog says, I have no legroom issues. Simon says, I just throw the frozen turkeys in the freezers. Don't care if they fly away or just stay there to get sold. Anybody who doesn't know, Simon works in Asda. Maura, we always go for salmon as a starter. And Summer Breeze asking Leslie, is that smoked salmon you go for? Maltrin, I always have legroom issues. Yeah, I've met Anthony. He is very tall. It was like, hi Anthony. I guess any soon-to-be celebrity is bound to have a fan hyping them up in the chat. SG Chain more, we get Rinse Gold for starter and Flesh and Tag for main and Riz a la Man for dessert. I probably butchered those pronunciations, Simon, but Delph's just done his vote. In fact, I've been known to fall down the crack between the seats. Brian's in the chat, Finnerton Central. Don't forget to check out our unofficial sponsor, the Train Shop. I'm sure someone can put the link for that up in the chat. Tom Houston, I haven't had a turkey for years. Normally order a takeaway. All right. Jason, Colonel Cotton Belts. I should have went live Monday, but went to the tracks last minute. Had no clue that Union Pacific's executive train was going to come through. Good news is I saw it. Bad news is I couldn't share it. Oh. Yeah, everyone's saying hello to everyone. How far behind am I in the chat now? John Dog says, I'm surprised I didn't charge you to look at it, Jason. Thanks, Pete. Remind me to do that. Leslie, I saw Francis Barworth this afternoon. Soon gathered an entourage. Richard Barker, Green Signals, was there too, but didn't see him. And he went by too fast. The theatre car on the back is really neat to see, though. Maura, first a kind of rice porridge, then pork roast with caramelised potatoes and brown gravy, then rice pudding with cherry sauce. Oh, sounds nice. NARW, Leslie Gilpin, the lounge is the mother's. The current bomb site of the train room is going to become an office. The shed cannot really be a lounge as it's down the bottom of a long garden. I'm 6'4", I'm broad-shouldered. My legs are average, not long, not short. Raymond Legs, good evening. I can't remember where I said hello to you or not, but hello, Raymond, if I didn't. Leslie says Cato N-gauge fish plates are tiny. Andy, it's a type of observation car where at the back of the car is a huge window and the theatres are elevated towards the front of the car. Union Pacific Fox River is the name of that Pacific car. That's the theatre car he was on about at the back of the train. Hermitage Road, Pete. Good evening, Pete. How are you doing? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up for me, guys. No idea, and the bloke at the train doesn't know why they're called flush plates either. Is that how far? SJ Chainwell. Fish plates are called fish plates because some dude 200 years ago tried to use the skin of a fish to connect two track pieces. Mark, I'm 1 hour ahead over here in Austria. Your stream is finished. Oh dear. Since we have food, there's a link to my food channel. You know, I haven't actually put anything up on that in over a year. Delft Junction says fish plates were originally used in shipbuilding. Okay. Raymond Lake, salmon on croissant. Oh, it's nice. Salmon, scrambled egg, a little bit of freshly chopped chives. What you do is you get the croissant and you slice it up and then you toast it. Bang out your junction, Carl. Fish plates come from the French word fiche, meaning peg or fastener. Oh, that sounds like it. Brian's enjoying your holiday, Ewan. Oh, hey, you missed what happened there, Brian. I'm sure he's filled you in. Also, Donegal Dad Days Out. Again, yeah, another channel I haven't put anything on for. Well, I think I put something on in the summer when I went to Disney. Ewan says there, Brian, you need to read the chat, the earlier chat. Donegal Dad Days Out, like Days Out with Thomas? No, it was just when I go out somewhere, I might record a video. Linear yourself, it's real natural time. Okay, catch you again. Yeah, so tonight's unofficial sponsor, there's the link for the train set shop. Do check it out. I did. You behind the chat with the link. There's the train set shop link again. SJ TrainWorld, the name fish plate for model railway tracks comes from the original railway components that resemble the shape of a fish or a fish's backbone, being thinner in the middle and thicker at the ends. Okay. So Brian's put the time in, it's 20:03, so I'm 4 minutes behind. Right, okay. Is this week's game? Can Mark get to the end of the chat? Right, that's my can of Dr. Pepper gone. After that, it's over to the water. Raymond Legs, I've been eating chili with beans for days. I've been off gassing all week. Says, hold them until you get to an elevator. Delph says, fish plates were heavy things, but when I was on trains, but they were known to break. Yeah, they still do. This is Brian. For those not familiar with Turkey flight, it's a huge effort to get airborne, followed by a very brief glide, then biff. Joshua Wisdom and me doesn't go along. Roughly 6 minutes behind the chat. All right. I think I've seen a few fish plates at Dunleary. I've definitely seen them in Dublin. Leslie, sorry, just baked salmon. And obviously everyone's thumbs up. Eastern Europe still has a lot of Schnickertos, aka fish plates. Are fish plates a common thing? Well, fish plates were common wherever the rails joined. And yes, if you had junctions, points, there would probably be a join there. But nowadays, modern rail is just welded together. Joshua, wherever short rails are used, there you go. Simon, Leslie, the day I saw you at Carl's, I did try that pie shop on the platform. Those sausage rolls are nice. 100% recommend to anyone. Brian Madden, who's in the chat here, one of our fellow club members, his wife, oh my God, the baking she does, and she made some sausage rolls once, and they were the best I've ever had. Just couldn't stop eating them. You know when you get something and you're like, oh my God, this is so good. Oh, I can't stop. All her food's like that. Carl has the knowledge, or Google. They are Simon Pie. Demand are moving to a proper shop unit at the entrance to the platform. They've been trying for years. Those sausage rolls are amazing and good value. Oh, Flymo's in the house. How you doing, Flymo? Hope you're keeping well, mate. Gransferry 7816, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Brian's, I think, discovered Union. What's happened there? Wishes your wife well. Yes, it's sponsored by Dr. Pepper. Martin Shedman Jones says, hello Brian, hope you're well. Just caught up with your live stream from the weekend. I'm only a few days late to the party. Right, is everything still running over here? Right, I'm just going to move over here onto the comfy seat and sit down. Oh. Most Dutch museum railways insist on average plate instead of CWR. Okay. Hi, John and Holly. I'm doing all right, really. Just a dour grey day. Yeah, well, that's the time of year now, Flymo. I think me and you get much the same weather. It was grey, overcast, and of course it's dark by about 6 o'clock. No, actually, it was dark before 6 o'clock this evening. It must have been dark by about quarter past five. Brian Finnerton, if anyone can make it to Crewe on Saturday, I will be selling some train stuff in the car park. Oh, he's going to be walking around with his trench coat again, opening it up, going, you want some trains? Dealing in the car park. Timber Surf, I've seen loads of fish plates, mostly in seafood restaurants. Oh, dear, dear. Saying hello. In the growler, the breakfast in Australia are interesting to say the least. Scrambled eggs, spring rolls, and roasted vegetables to kick the day off. That wouldn't be my choice now. Finnerton Central with a side of a long back. Telling me the engineering behind continuous welded rail is really interesting. Well worth a look. Carl says, I just know random rubbish. Simon Trains, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not sitting and he's lying down on the sofa. Flymo says, good evening, Mark. Apologies as I nodded off. No problem, Flymo. You relax, enjoy your day. I might have had a little snooze earlier on before the live stream as well, but let's not say anything about that. Leslie says, Carl, I work on the principle, lots of otherwise useless knowledge. Kev Gifford, I crave for a Clark's pie or pasty. You know, because I don't get a Greg's very often, I know they're not the best out there, but if I'm ever up in the north where there's Greg's, I do like to get one of their cheese and onion pasties or one of their pizza slices. I do like them, although when I'm back in Bristol, there are a few places where you can get a nice pasty. I'll stop by. I want to buy a watch, John. And the huge schnitzel with fries as dinner. Yum. Are the Cardiff Clark pies. Was it that exciting, Adam, that you had to do so? Clive, I'm in need of a couple of track chair screws. How many do you need, Clive? I think we've got a bag of them in the railway. It is gold plated, Andy. Autopilot says to Clive, want me to ask Richard? No, there's a big screw. I've lost track of the chat now. Speaking of Greg's, festive bakes are now in the shops. Oh, yes. Because you could at one point buy the Greg stuff in Iceland. I don't know whether you can. I do like their festive bakes, although they've actually got chicken in them, not turkey, which is a bit of a cheat. Ian says, I don't mind a schnitzel or two. Richard, yeah, I like the Greg's pizza slices. Yeah, I like the pepperoni ones. And you eat them, you just get covered in this fluorescent orange grease from them. Probably best not to think what's in there. Oh, Clive needs to. Well, have I actually caught up with the chat? Or is it just frozen? Some reason it doesn't seem 5 minutes that I was in Greg's assignment this year's flown by. Anthony says the best schnitzel is Swiss style schnitzel. I've got to grips with Euro coupling on Saturday. It feels like it has gone quick, yeah. Yeah, this year does seem to have gone quick. Like we're in November now, we're almost at the end of the year. So I says to Unan, then remember the Harzer Schnitzel only restaurant in the Harz Mountain. Ian's off. I need to go into Mr. Jag to my wife. Nurse's work is never done. Yeah, well, look after her. Wish her well from all of us. She doesn't know any of us, but wish her a speedy recovery, and she'll be running around in time for Christmas. And I hope you get back to the UK, okay? Richard Rowe, it's 49 days to Christmas. Oh, don't remind me. It was nice seeing New Durham Junction's new layout build. I couldn't keep my eyes open. Kev says, curry versus vom Fritz, delish. Ewan is getting his wife a Jag to make her feel better. Rapid Road, 108 days to spring. Hi, can you please run Emily from Thomas the Tank and Friends? Yes, Zine, I've caught up with the chat. I will dig her out, because I remember you asking last week, and I said I'd do it this week, so... Oh, everything almost toppled over them. Right, so give me 2 minutes to fish her out of the box. Oh, there she is. My hand's on her first. Right. I am going to have to take off. I'm taking this one off because because I've got these as full lengths, they're too big to go into the sidings. And Emily is a very weak loco, so I think she can just about pull Clarabelle and Annie around. So I will take all these off. Need to take them off anyway. They've been running for the past couple of weeks, so I'll swap these around for something else. Right, there we go. Right, I'm just going to run. It's catching up. Oh. Let's the other side. So this is the Hornby Emily. And because she's only got one set of driving wheels, she is doesn't pull very much. So I'm just going to put her on as she is at the moment without the tender, because there's no pickups or anything in the tender. Just to give her a little run around, because she hasn't run for a while. And Emily is 92, so hopefully she'll work. Nope, there's... What I might do is get the rolling road and put it on there and let her sit on the rolling road for a little while, just to warm up, so to speak. because she's been in the box. I can't remember the last time I ran her. No configuration. Right, she's running there, so I'm going to let her run on there for a few minutes. And what I'll do is, let's surgical spirits and give the wheels a quick rub down while she's spinning there. And I'll get back to the chat now in a minute. So the old cotton bud. It's a bit of dirt on there. But I'll turn around and do the other wheel in a minute. Right, back to the chat. Oh, this phone is decided to go flat on me, so where was I? And please run Emily, so we'll get her warm up and then we'll let her go around the track. Joshua said, I saw Emily and Mark's models the other week. Oh. Ivo Vanzone. No, that's the first valley from the west side on the old Interstate Railway route that was converted to a cycle path. Ewan says, night all, thanks, the best wishes to my wife, I'll appreciate it. Good night, Ewan, take care and look after your wife. Pumper says, love your videos, thank you very much. Redbridge Railways, hi Flymo, I'm well, thanks, hope you're doing fine. Platform 7, did you fix the derailing coaches to Brian at Finnerton Central? Newman Railway, the question has been asked. Joshua, we don't talk about the Hornby Emily. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Yeah, I hope everyone's giving me the thumbs up. I'm Hornby, Hornby, Hornby. Iva says, Christmas holiday plans are to do a DCC conversion electric job on my big PT 3.6 tank engine. Horny, oh matron. Aren't those Stirling singles two-wheel drive? Yeah, Emily is only two-wheel drive. That's not Emily, that's Emily. What? Emily, E-M-I-L-Y. Delph Junction has been a channel member for 12 months. Thank you very much. Simon Motor Railways has been a member for 13 months. Thank you very much, guys. Say channel membership, very much appreciated. Don't use the money on this. It goes to help me look after the model railways in the museum. So I probably should do an update video on that and show what's been happening in there. I might do that over the next couple of weeks. Actually, it's going to be hard to get a note because now Halloween's out of the way. It's converting everything in the museum now for Christmas, getting that ready. Flymer says, I'm all right, thanks, Joshua. One of those grey days, I said, the sun never shone. Yeah. And Delfters beat me by a month, Simon. Ivor says, to Finnerton, ever saw a River Rossi Royal Scot? I'm a useful engine, sometimes. I remember the battery-operated New Scuda HSB train. Leslie says, the skies did look dark north of the Sark Adam. Lovely mild day in the south. And Dove says, bye Union, best wishes to the missus. No, Ivo, but I have a Nord. No, you missed the joke. Oh, sorry. Did I? Right, okay. Get some ointment on it, Brian. Oh, Heath. Humanity City. Hello, sir. How are you doing? I haven't spoke to you in ages. Hope you're keeping well, mate. I hope everything's doing well over the other side of the pond. Yeah, never catch up with your live streams because they're always on a ridiculous clock in the morning for me. It's only if I'm having an insomnic episode and your stream seems to be on. Well, the joke was it didn't look like... Oh, right, okay. Heath has landed. Ivo's rim and legs. That's a... Why is everyone putting these hard words in the chat tonight for me to pronounce? Skeltban one? Not one of the ended or proper... not yet, Platform 7. We'll have a look Sunday. Well, nice to know someone took their front seriously at school. Blimey, I've received 50 subs so far today. All, I hope, genuine. Very good, Leslie. It must have meant my sub count has gone down, but then I haven't been publishing as much content as usual. He says, my streams were moved up an hour. It's still late for you, but not as bad anymore. I miss the days I was able to connect with everyone. Yeah, those were the days, like when we used to chat and catch up with everyone. I know you've been on my stream a few times, and I was on your stream a few times, Heath. But maybe we'll have to arrange it sometime. I'll stay up late or set an alarm or something. But yeah, anybody who doesn't know Heath, Humanity City Junction, go and check him out. He's in New York, and very educational channel. Does a lot of work on his railways. Very a lot of good modelling. So do check him out if you haven't already. Simon Traylor did notice you posted the video of the Pendolino, which is in the shaft derailment. Oh. Anyway, what are those hoists or pillars? These are a rolling road. So I've got a set of 8 of these. So the wheels sit on them. So you sit them on the track like that. So the power goes up through to these rollers here, and then you can just have your engine sitting there running. It's great for cleaning the track, or like Emily hasn't ran for a while, so let her run on there for a while and warm up. Let's go back. It's been well received from me, Simon. 13,000 views, and I usually only get 2. Wow. I was on. Next summer holiday will be another hunt for narrow gauge steam trains, this time on the German-Czech border. So really, yeah, good work, Leslie. Well done, Leslie. It's always great when you get a video like that. I think the highest I've ever got in a week is maybe 4,500, 5,000. Leslie Gibbon, I can't stay up late these days for the US or Canadian streams. Haven't the energy. Tom says it's a rolling road. Pete, I haven't gained any new subs for ages. I just keep losing them. Very strange. Yeah, there's this thing where bots and everything will sign up to your channel, and then every so often YouTube goes through and removes them. So your numbers will always fluctuate by a couple, each day or each week or whatever. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Hot dog pilot, be advised, Heath's humour is drier than a martini. I've yet to watch your video today, Leslie. We'll catch up later. DMJ, hello. Saying hi while my boss is looking the other way. Red Patrol says, calling Roller Road, Joshua, run your engine on the spot. It's great for maintenance. Let's give him 5K for a model railway channel is excellent mark. Yeah, it was just, I can't even remember what the video was, but it was one of those, and you know, you're looking at the stats and going, how has 1,500 people already watched this? And then after a couple of days, it was up to 4.5, and then it hit 5, and I was like, wow. Like my most viewed video is, I think, one I done on DCC, which has been up a couple of years, and that's only reached about 70,000 or something like that. I'm expecting to see 390117 in service next week. He says, wait, I have humour. I'm not sure I could call it that. Yeah, just remember, if you have a problem, it's Heath's fault. That was right, yeah, it was always Heath's fault. He's done it. There's a link to the museum. Thank you, Flymo. Delft Junction, happy with my 600 plus subs. What inspired your viaduct? Is it based on a real life viaduct? No, I just liked the idea of having a viaduct. I liked the idea of having the trains coming along, so coming out of a tunnel on a, I can't even think of the word now, an embankment, onto a viaduct, having a water scene underneath it, and all linked into up here. I think it's, if I do it right, visually it should look quite nice. That's if I do it right, and it doesn't look like a horrible mess. Finnerton's happy with his 100th. Simon says, Finnerton, for once it isn't my fault for a change. Heath, in the spirit of pantomime. Oh yes you do. Redford Railways, Roco made a platform that you could run locos on, I think it was called a smart rail, like a rolling road, but more advanced and expensive. These rolling things now from their DCC concepts, they're mad expensive. Because I bought those 8 years ago. I think it was at the Worley show like 6-7 years ago. And I wanted to get another 4. And it was like more than the price of when I paid for the 8. I was like, Brian says, soon fix that, Simon. He says, I'm trying to bring back my time saver. I thought this hobby was supposed to be relaxing. Gone 8:30, but food chat started early. Yes, it's 8:30 now. We can have the food chat. Road videos and I. Good evening, Matthew. How are you doing, sir? Timber serve. Who let Heath in? Right. I'm just going to now take Emily off. Give the wheels a bit of a clean. They're not very dirty because Emily doesn't get run that much. Like she has pickups. So these wheels are the only driving wheels, but there's pickups on all 4 of these wheels. So we'll put her on. Yeah, she's running a little bit better now, so I'm going to let her run around now a couple of times without the tender, and then I'll put the tender on and let her run around. Oh, made a lot of noise going over the points there. Oh, don't tell me. Where's me pokey stick? Did she do it? Yeah, she didn't like that point. And she has to derail at the point that I just can't get at. Hang on a minute. Back in a minute. Of course, she sorted the track as well, so. Oh. You know what? I'm going to run around the other way. Because she didn't like that point. Yeah, she runs around that way. Okay, so we'll leave her running there for a while. Right. I was on Smart Rail uses wire tubes as track that moves, so unpowered wheels turn to. Right. So Maura's asking, Simon, what did you have for dinner? Leslie, Heath, I thought Time Saver was a train name, then realised what you meant. Scott Wood, I saw on Facebook that PG120 was looking for tips on how to fit the Britwick under the Pico Viaduct. A lot of swearing, patience. Simon had mince and potatoes. Come to think of it, who let me in? I don't know, Andy, you just keep appearing. He says, no one let me in here. I huffed and I puffed and I blew the door down. Some say I'm full of a lot of hot air. Matthew Rowland, I'm doing grand, Mark. Just chilling now after our busy Halloween season. Christmas is gearing up to be busy. Yeah, I bet it is. Our Christmas bookings are already starting to come in. Raymond says, Ivo, they also made a 3-0 version for Markland. Morris says, nice, Simon, we had lasagna. What did I have for tea? I don't think I left here this morning without having my Weetabix, which made me a bit grumpy in the morning. Lunchtime, I grabbed a cheese toastie, and then I came home. Then I had my Weetabix. And then I grabbed a sausage that we're cooking before I start my live stream, and then I'll go and make something to eat after the live stream. Brian had quiche and salad for tea. Ooh, sounds very nice. What sort of quiche? Was it a vegetable quiche, or was it quiche Lorraine they call it, with bacon? Timber says, some people are very astute, Heath. Leslie, give a simple cheese omelette for me. Ooh, that's nice. I like having a cheese omelette with some ham through it. I might do an omelette after I finish here. Or it'll probably just be bacon and egg. I think we might have one egg left. Maura King, jealous. I love lasagna, says Simon. So Reese wants to know, any garlic bread with it, Maura? That looks like a horrible drive design. That begs for a tender drive solution. It does a bit, yeah. You wonder why, because it means there's not much weight to it, so it means it's a very weak engine. I think if I put more than one carriage on the back, it struggles. Maura, no, John Honey, I don't like butter or the taste of it. Really? I have a friend like that who doesn't take butter. 100% Mission Impossible tune, please. The claw of God. Somebody's had Hunter's chicken and chips tonight. They certainly proved their worth indeed, that Pantolino did. Martin said my battery about to die on the old laptop, so I'll say goodbye to everyone now and watch the food chat section on the TV. Okay, Martin, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're keeping well, mate, and enjoy your modelling. And anyone, go out and check Shedmouth if you haven't already. He's done a couple of videos, really good videos on, was it rock painting and rock faces and stuff? Really enjoyed those, so go and check them out. The pincers of God. Was paella for me tonight? Hunter's chicken is expensive, John, but lovely. Everyone's on, it can't be any worse than AHM mini trains and hour gauge. Very nice, Scott. Maura says she loves paella. Would putting additional power pickups on the tender solve the contact issue? It's not really, power pickup is not the problem. It's the fact that there's drive only through those wheels. That is the issue. There's not enough traction. Maybe if I put a bit more weight in her, but to be honest, it's Emily, it's a Hornby train, it's a Thomas train. You're not going to be using it to pull big expresses. And anyway, you would have to put metal wheels because the wheels in the tender is all plastic. Hello Andy, glad they let you in. Somebody said I was lucky, Pete. It was on offer this week. I got 2 portions for $3.50. Raymond says I think AHM mini trains narrow gauge was made by Elgar Ban. That's nice, Scott. I haven't had it for ages. And Andy says, why, thank you, Adam. A gentleman and a scholar. And Christmas songs are starting to play in the shops. That's one thing I've been working on. Ended up doing it last night. I mentioned last week that I'm doing going all out with the Christmas lights this year, where it's addressable LEDs set to music and everything. I was working on some of that at the computer last night. So, yeah. There's a lot of people have put a lot of stuff out where they've done it with their own lights, so they've shared it. So all mines this year are going to be other people's work. I've put the lights up, but it'll be people's programming, if you like, of the lights to music. I've just adapted it for my display. Next year, hopefully it'll be more, because these lights, you need to be working on them in January to get everything programmed ready for Christmas. And I must admit, I do like Christmas. It's my favourite part of the year. And we've already watched one Christmas movie. And I like the Christmas music and stuff. BRB just had a sale. Ooh. Timber Surf. Who has 3 Weetabix? Me. I have 3. I might have 3 twice a day sometimes. In our village, the bonfire happened on the Friday. Boring lot. Of course, we don't have that here. We don't celebrate bonfires night in Ireland, and fireworks are illegal in Ireland. That doesn't stop them going off. Usually the fireworks are set off here on Halloween, even though they're illegal and we're not meant to have them. But it's quite funny because they're legal in Northern Ireland. So you drive across the border, and there's usually somebody in a van selling them. And then you just come back across the border. It's a bit ridiculous. Summer Breeze, yes, Simon, and Christmas adverts on TV have started coming on. Christmas adverts have been on for ages. Leslie, I did have a sneaky sausage roll from Greg's before lunch, naughty me. Kieran, J94, good evening. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Flymo, I had a bacon butty last night, just 2 Weetabix tonight. Look at her go, faster than HST, whoosh. And Brian's back. At least I haven't heard Mariah Carey yet, so she's currently defrosting. Yeah. I feel for you, Simon, because I used to work in Argos a long time ago. That's where I met my missus. She was working in Argos, and that's where we met, and that's almost 30 years ago now. And we used to dread, they had the one tape, because back then there was no internet, so it wasn't streamed. They had the Christmas tape, and that went on, and that played 24/7 all the way up to Christmas, and you would be driven insane because because of licensing and stuff like that, they weren't like this, if you like, the brand Christmas songs. It was off versions of Christmas songs. And I was like, oh, it used to drive me nuts. And even when we were doing a night shift and we were stocking shelves when Argos was closed, because it was a special tape, you couldn't change the tape and put your own tape in because it was a special player. So you're stuck with either Silence or Christmas songs. I'm glad we're not talking haggis tonight. Emily's had her Weetabix, yeah. Matthew, a mainline return for us in NI is looking likely for the new year. Oh, great to hear. Aiming for the summer, and we will be focusing on just running on the Larne line to start, as it's the line our base is next to. Very good. Timber says, I'd like some bread on my butter. Flymo, I can't eat butter. Really, Flymo? She can stay defrosting, Simon. Andy, beef burrito lined up for tomorrow. I will never learn. And Kieran J94 says he's doing well. Morris said, have you an allergy to butter? And Tom says to Rail Videos, which is Matthew, my uncle was a fireman on the line. Huh. Elgar Band is hard to find in worthwhile condition. Kieran says, I've got a Hornby Emily, but it wants servicing and I haven't got around to doing it. I'm going to stop that when it comes around now and put the tender on it. Nice one. I would say there's a good chance he fired Jeep number 4, which we now own. Right, we just put the chat down. You can see there, it's just plastic. I believe I got Emily for my youngest daughter, so this is her train, because I say every one of my kids has a particular Thomas character. I'm just going to give her, I know she's rattling around there, but she needs to have a little bit of speed to get around. Or she, even though it's electro frogs, she'll stall. Kieran says, I'm already sick of Christmas songs. Oh, Kieran. Delph Jones got a J94 on the puppy line. Donegal Dad does lighting up the town. Did any UK reviewers already dare to compare the NS 500 to the Class 08? If I could walk 500 miles? Flymer says, I used to be able to enjoy it more, all except Anchor in the 1990s. It all started tasting off, so I think it's getting stored at too cold a temperature. Well, Andy says, I would happily skip December through February. It's not Christmas till you see Hans Gruber full up Nakomi Plaza. We're saying Bonfire Night is celebrated in northeast of the country around end of June. Yes, there is a bonfire. I think is it 21st St. Within's Night or something like that is traditionally Bonfire Night in Ireland. And for years, the fireworks border used to be the other way around. Kieran says, I'm okay, thanks Mark, hope you and everyone. Yeah, I'm all good, thanks Kieran. I think Hollywood too, Andy, not because she doesn't like Christmas, as she does just to avoid the colder weather, yeah. Flymo, the police confiscated over a ton of fireworks in Fife last month there, so the supply of fireworks was not the same. Morris says, I love Christmas. I love Christmas too. Scott said, thankfully not many fireworks around this year. I hate winter though, Maura. I've seen such machines on Techno and Mark. I do like, the thing I like about winter is when you have an open fire and you sit down and you're having a sneaky little whiskey or a Baileys and you're sat there and your family's home and you're watching something on TV and it's nice and relaxing. That's what I like. Let's see, I had a trick-or-treat and firework-free week. Oh. Where I'm living, we only have the neighbours' kids come around because we're sort of down a laneway. So nobody ventures down, because when you look at the laneway, it's just a big black dark hole, so nobody comes down. It's just the few neighbours that live down the laneway that came around. Yes, winter's not good, Pete. Yeah. Or I like it when it snows, Pete. I like the way things slow down in winter. Firelit, a good book or a film. Yeah, I like that more. I like sitting down in front of the fire, a little drink. Like, I don't drink very often, but sometimes a little drink, and just having the family around and watching a good movie and having a laugh. Kieran says, I've never had trick-or-treaters, even when I moved house on Halloween night 7 years ago. And Brian says, ditto, Maura. Notices it more when you're an old git like me, John. And he says, tonight's edification was a sort of meat and potato slop. Didn't know if I should eat it or avoid stepping in it. Tom says, yes, I've bought a few locusts for the kids. Tried it on the dog. Well, you were there on the fire more, yeah. Turned her nose up, Ivo. Pete, I told you before, you're not old. 21 isn't old. Flymer says, yes, the snow isn't far away. Not that I celebrate it, but if it stores on the hills, it makes for a decent spring without the same drought risk, yeah. If we're talking Christmas films, I like The Polar Express. So everyone know I call it creepy, and Home Alone, and I think that's it. My favourite movie is Christmas Vacation. I just love that movie, and it's a tradition in our house every year that we all sit down and we all watch it. My missus says she hates the movie, and she says, I just don't find it funny, but she'll sit there and she'll be chuckling and laughing her way through it. Some of my kids think it's more of a documentary, because they just think, yeah, that's Dad. In fact, if you know the movie, there's a scene where Chevy Chase hands his son a big ball of lights. I actually done that last year to my daughter because I pulled it out and it was all tangled. And I just gave it to her and went, sort this out. And she just went, oh, just like the movie. Oh, there's Brian putting up the Train Set Shop website for all the Christmas presents. All right, Mark, I do understand. Fawkes was actually a Scotsman, apparently. Oh, was he? I didn't actually know that. Delph's asking, Brian, have you got any US rolling stock? And he's, sorry, no, all UK. Oh, well. 2051, just checking Mark's chat speed. Oh, I'm 2 minutes behind. I can't believe it's 20 years ago next month that I was 21, Pete. Those were the good old days. Yeah, Emily is running. Maura says, my eldest daughter was 21 on Tuesday. Well, congratulations. Happy belated birthday greetings to her, Maura. No problem, Brian. You might eventually, then I'll have them off you. Same here, Mark. I live down a lane. Guys, it's an old tradition meant to bring luck. She's really giving Pip and Emma a run for their money. I shall repeat that further down here. The Train Set. So yeah, check out the Train Set shop, the unofficial sponsor of the Thursday night stream. Yeah, the lights have gone off on the HST. That's a sign that she needs cleaning. Oh, actually, probably went off when Emily shorted out the layout. That's probably when they went off. What time are we at? 5 to 9? Right, so what's everyone's plans for this weekend? This weekend I am moving my daughter into her new house, so I won't be in here at all. And everyone's home this weekend because we're all moving rooms as well, so it'll be a busy weekend. So I won't get in here today. I didn't even get to put the glue on to glue the tracks down for the cut-offs. Didn't even get to, and that's like a 5-minute job, and I just didn't get in here to do it. It probably would take me longer to find the glue to do it than to actually do the job. Tom Houston, I once went to Battle Bonfire. One of the floats in the procession was a boring removals van. Odd. The next Monday, the new guy in the office said, "You won't believe the trouble we had getting here." Rim says, "It's amazing. I think it's been nearly 20 years since I got out of high school." Somebody's asked, did she have a good birthday, Maura? I hope she did. Josh says, "No idea. Maybe plan my next video." Maura says, "She did. Thanks, John and Holly." Simon Trains Tomorrow. TMC got a 24-hour flash sale with some Bachmann Class 37s are now a massive 50% off RP, which are now priced $146.98. Offer ends tomorrow, midnight, Friday, 7th of November. Ah. Class 37s, you say? Bachmann, you say? There's a couple of spaces up there. Maybe I should find the links and quickly send them to my kids and say, "Oh, flash sale." As he says, "I have around 51 years for me." And Clive, more bricklaying if the back holds out. And Brian's got the cruise show. I might do some work on the layout. Delph modelling, I think. Good. Flower says, "I hope she'd have a good birthday too, Maura." Andy, eat, drink, train, sleep, repeat. Very good. And there's the link to the Donegal Railway Heritage Facebook page. Do follow it and you'll be kept up to date on all what we're up to. Gary, Leicester Station TMD, some painting of timber surf bridge supports. Be done for me. John and Holly carrying on with building some more baseboards. And Josh is saying, "What makes you say that, J94? What did J94 say? I can't even remember now." John and Holly say, "Sounds like a good weekend, Andy." Scott Wood, swimming tomorrow, then planning to visit Scooney's Hobbies. There goes the wallet's contents, yes. And a few more building kits to construct. Tommy, more laurel removal if the back holds out. Sneaky invasive buggers, yes indeed. Delph Junction, calling it guys, thanks for the live. Night everyone, stay safe. You take care, Pete, and we'll catch you again. Thanks for coming along. Anybody who hasn't hit that thumbs up, go do it now, please. And Kieran responds, "Joshua, don't really know. I guess it's the shape, although they managed to do Jeremy the jet plane, so probably wouldn't be too hard." Maura says, "Mind your back, Clive." And John and I enjoy Scott. Simon, I'm not going to send you the link. Cheers, Pete. And Brian puts up the link for the train shirt shop, so there's a flash sale 24/7. Leslie's going off to watch a TV show. Okay, Leslie, take care. Thanks for dropping by. I may have sent it. Flymo, I've got the bonfire on Friday and the start the rebuild for myself in the house. My daughter is saying she's going to come up for the Friday, So we'll maybe have her and her hubby over. Sounds good, Flymo. Matthew, rail videos. This weekend I will be helping to prepare a preserved Ulster bus vehicle for a wee trip over to Glasgow next weekend. We are attending an event at Glasgow Vintage Vehicle Trust. Oh, very good. Did anyone else see Steam Train Diaries yesterday based on North Yorkshire Moors Heritage Railway? No, was that on TV or was that a YouTube video? Saying goodnight to Pete. Are we packing up for the night? I guess it's good night to you guys. No, I'll keep going for another half an hour or so. Oh, look, I've got a message. Oh, it's from Simon. Ooh. I could just disappear off now and look at the computer. Although, I currently have no money, which is always a problem this time of year. It's a 4-part series on More 4 at 9 p.m. Okay. So I'll be able to watch it on 4 catch-up then. Flymer says, that sounds like a good event. Matthew, I've been to one years ago in Glasgow when the Eglinton Toll Garage opened. Quite a possession. Train shop offer. Choose 2 items, pay for 3, and choose an extra item free. I sent no link. Usually by this time my missus will have lost interest in the stream and be watching something else. She's into Traitors at the moment, so she's been watching that. But I ain't taking no chances. There's ministries about the sinking of a Polish ferry, very harrowing and realistic. Ooh. Mark, did you buy something? No, I didn't. No, I'm not looking. Did you buy that you can't talk about? No. I need to save my money. I need to finish the layout before I buy any more locos. I mean, I've got plenty of 37s up there. Yes, Simon sent me that link to tempt me, and I will be looking at it. But I need to just get on the layout. I've got enough trains to, like I've got a cabinet over there. I've got this here, and then there's another box of, that's just the locos. Like I have been collecting trains since I was 15, 14, 15, which was a while ago now. Yes, it did pause for a while I had kids because I couldn't afford anything else or had time to do anything else. But now they're that bit older, I've been back in the hobby for the last, not I ever really left, but able to build layouts the past 10 years. But I just need to crack on and get this finished. But as you know, like still working and still having kids and stuff and being a foster carer as well takes up a lot of time. And this is, like I say, Thursday evenings is my relaxation time. I get 2 hours chatting to you guys. Nobody comes in through that door because they don't want to get caught on camera. Although they do monitor me online, and my kids are still amazed that people watch. Where was I on the chat now? Oh, there's the Facebook page for the Model Railway Club. Do give that a follow, please, guys. you'll keep track of the work that we're doing there, what we're building. Road videos, right, folks? I'm heading off. Take care, folks. Okay, Matthew, take care. And there's a link to Steam Trains Ireland. That's their website up in Belfast. Honestly, there's no harm in looking. Yeah, you still have credit on the shop, Mark. Yes, I know, Brian. I do. What a fatal Simon. And Maura says, no, Mark, don't look at it. Kieran says, I might accidentally buy a Bachmann Class 3 shunter later this month. Oh. John and Holly, cats are now tired after playing with their new toy, which has a laser light on it, playing with for the last 30 minutes. Scrapline is coming. Is Scrapline coming back, is he? I heard rumblings a couple of months ago, and then I didn't say anything, but he was a very good modeler, very good weatherer, a excellent model railway person. I've heard a lot about this Traitor series, but I can't really get into it. I don't have a telly. Yeah, I know I've said this before. I don't watch telly. I'll be watching telly 5th of December, because that's the Late Toy Show. Other than that, I don't watch. It's all YouTube, or if there's something I want to watch, I'll download it. Or and like Becky just watches Traitors on streaming it. Well, chat just. Raymond Haruiz is the name of the mini-series about the sinking of the Jan Hoods. If you like Deepwater Horizon or Adolescence, you'll like it. Flyman says, I saw mention that last night. Timbers. Timber Surf Kids are, just because we have more subs than some of their influencer friends. I think when I first started, I think the kids started taking me seriously with YouTube once I reached 1,000 subs, and every so often they look and they go, "You're almost at 7,000. How is that many? How? What?" And I've said this before a couple of times when they've been at shows with me, and people have come up and asked for a selfie. They're like, "What? What? He has what?" I just find it funny. Saying good night to Matthew. Raymond says, I don't need another train. Wait, yes I do. Brian says, Tim's coming back. Yeah, I heard something a couple of months ago that he was coming back, and then I didn't see anything. But Timber said it was mentioned last night. Oh, there's a video, is there? Why didn't that? Have I been unsubscribed from him? Maybe just one more. So there's a link. Go and check out Scrapline, Tim's channel. Very good modeler if you haven't come across them before. Kieran said, I uploaded a video last Thursday, wasn't happy with it, so deleted it. Oh, I've lost the camera. Have I? No, it's back. I think. Alan Reynolds, Buckland Junction. Good evening, Alan. How are you doing, sir? Camera 3 is having issues, bottom left. I went offline, froze for a second, but it's fine now. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It's plugged into the charger, it's charging, and it's not, for some reason, that's my mobile phone, and it wouldn't work at all last week. So I had to use a different phone, and I plugged it in tonight, and it's, so far, touch wood, it's working fine. He may not have a layout, but says he may do some weathering videos. Good, because I think it was the Class 50 he weathered. My God, it looked amazing. He is very good. It was a Halloween special, but I used actual local science from old footage mixed with my model railway footage, but it wasn't very good. Well, you got to keep trying these things, Kieran, and put it up. And if you get any horrible criticism, block them. If you get constructive criticism, listen to that. But don't listen to the haters. Because they're just jealous. Oh, I tell you what, Emily does make a lot of noise rattling over the points. Simon says, Timmer thought Scrapline was doing that extra to St David's Laird, or does he still have it? I don't know what happened to Tim Scrapline. I don't know what the story was, and but something obviously happened that he had to move or something like that. I don't know the story. It's his business, so I don't really care. But it's good that he's back, and if he's just going to do some weathering ones. He moved house so it got ripped up. Yeah, it happens to us all. There wasn't any bad comments or anything. It was just experiment. Oh, that's all right. Fair enough, Kieran. Yeah. There's a link to my channel. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button for me, please. If you got any questions, pop them into the comments. I'll still be online for about another 20 minutes. And if I can't answer them, I'm sure somebody else will. Tom says, if you get horrible criticism, you're apparently doing it right. Yeah, these armchair experts. Right, okay, got that, Timber. I got that sort of vibe, but I didn't want to assume or anything. Just I like your way of thinking, Tom. Right, the DB is getting rid of the board Bristol intercity dining cars and adding a lot of multi-unit trains instead of local haul trains. Oh, he was moving house. A lot actually liked it. Oh, very good. Yeah, I'll have to watch that video now. I'll make my bacon and egg sandwich and sit down and watch Tim's, or will I have the omelette? Oh, I don't know. You know what I'll probably end up doing? Just having Weetabix. Raymond Legs, it's a bigger train budget after divorce. Well, depends how the divorce goes. Right, yeah, so as I said, won't be doing much on the layout this week, and unfortunately that means there's no video out this week either, guys. Sorry, I've been a bit lacking with the videos, but life's getting in the way. I was hoping, this time of year, not much to do, be able to crack on with it, but life seems to have got busier than ever. Just put your Weetabix in the omelette. I don't think so, Simon. Watch the vid, right, he explains it all. Right, okay. Yeah, ooh, Simon, yeah, I go with that, Brian. Yeah, but I think what I will do is, you know what, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to crawl under the layout, find that glue, stop the trains with a few minutes to go, and put the glue down on that track. This is where you'll see me crawl, because I got a couple of wires dangling under here, because it's all temporary wired, so the trains will probably stop as I pull a wire out. Let me just check these boxes here. I didn't put the glue in here, because I have a box with just glue, different types of glue and stuff in it. I know I keep saying this, that someday I will put labels on all these tubs so I know what's in them. I swear I will do it someday. Haha. Right. Yoo-hoo. I have a tube of Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo. So, 25 past, I'll stop the trains and I'll glue the track. And I've at least done something this week. Kieran says, I will have the realistic sound overlay on future model railway videos, so hopefully with time my editing skills will get better. Kieran, every time I do a video, I learn something new, whether it's on my editing software, on the camera I use, on how to present it. And that's why you keep doing videos, because every time you do them, you will learn and you'll get better and better. I hope my videos have got better and better. I mean, you lot are still here, so maybe. Or maybe you watch my videos and you learn, oh, that's how you don't do it. There's the Donegal Dad Days Out channel. Banks head, any bets? No, I didn't buy my head. But then I didn't have to crawl all the way underneath. It was actually just there. It sounds delicious, not. Timber Serve. Grandson got a Thomas engine birthday cake from other grandma. When we cut into it, the structure was made with Weetabix. Really? Mission Impossible music, please. Hope your daughter's house move goes well. Well, she's moving from her bedroom here into a 2-bed house, so we've got a van hired because she's got some big bits of furniture to move. So between the van, my missus' car, which is an estate, her car and her boyfriend's car, which are both Opel Corsas, or sorry, Vauxhall Corsas, and my other daughter's little Toyota Yaris, which we've nicknamed Toaster. We should get everything moved. Bzz, end of the stream. Don't cut the red wire mark. It's not easy to talk for a minute without deviation, repetition, or hesitation. Yes. I do so view videos that everyone's a learning experience memory test. There's a steam train currently on Traitors. Oh, is there? Actually, I haven't had a drink for a while. Oh, there we go. We're about 3 weeks behind on that, Simon, as Holly has been watching Big Brother. Is Big Brother still going? Is that still a thing? I thought that was cancelled years ago. Sounds well. I can see the point of Weetabix for support and shape. Timber Serve. On my 7th birthday, after blowing out the candles, my uncle sliced it up and asked everyone who would like some spitting cake. Thomas, a really useful cake engine. Flying out just the base, the boiler was a jam roll. Oh, right, okay. Oh, so it was actually, when you said a Thomas cake, I presumed it was like Thomas picture on top, actually in the shape of Thomas. Right, I get you now, yeah. Yeah, years ago, my missus used to work for the Railway Museum. She was their accounts person. So one year, when our birthday, I got her a Thomas the Tank cake and presented it to her in the office. She wasn't amused. Of course, manager at the time took pictures of it and put it up on Facebook. So it's probably there a good few years back. You probably see it. Right, oh, I'm just checking my mic, make sure, no, it's not gone into the red, still showing green. I got the other mic charging just in case. Oh dear. It came back a few years ago, Mark, on ITV now, so rather than 5. Yeah, because it was Channel 4, and then they cancelled it and it went to 5, and now it's on ITV. It was time for Mark to leave after presenting the Thomas the Tank Cake. He has seen everything. Andy, I'd rather have the Fat Controller's cake. Kieran says, I had a Thomas cake. It looked like Thomas the Tank Engine got turned into an LNER W1 Hush Hush logo. I'd have loved a Thomas the cake, but being a twin, we were lucky to get a standard one. Oh, you're a twin, are you, Flymo? Hey, learn something new every day. So that's how he's such a good moderator. There's 2 of them. That's the secret. That's how he seems to be everywhere, acting so quick. New Junction, Richard. Good evening. How are you doing, sir? We have YouTube royalty in the house. Hope you're keeping well, mate. You're here for the last 10 minutes or so. I did have an Akira Scale Class 37 running a while ago, but I was requested to put Emily on instead, so. Simon Monroe, LNR W1 Hush Hush Loco Cake. Guessing there's a lot of secret ingredients in that cake. Timber Surfer, it had to be said, it was an impressive cake. 15 inches long, just a surprise how it was constructed. I'd say it was, yeah. I have to watch for the 1 or 2 at the end of the name. I am. We don't get on that well. Oh, I wish, Mark. His name is Mark. All right, okay. Clive, I just bought one of the Bachmann 37s on offer at TMC for 132 quid. So everyone needs to get there before everyone else. See, Clive is one of these jammy people that seems to get all the bargains. Between Clive and Brian at Finnerton Central, there's no chance of us getting anything else. Maura King, I have to avoid Akira Scale enamels for now, and I have 3 different pre-orders with them. Yeah, so do I. But Maura, Irish company, we got to support our own, haven't we? John and Holly, Summer Breeze. Richard, how's your dog doing? Hope the fireworks haven't been too bad for her. Yes, the star of Richard's videos is his dog. I did beat people to a bargain of a Bachmann pannier tank last month, 28 quid. Ooh. Mark, did you see the under grey livery? It looks absolutely beautiful. I did see pictures of it, yeah. Unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, I was awake on a Mediterranean cruise when the show was on in Dublin. I missed it completely. It's the only show I've missed this year on the island of Ireland. Makes some good videos, Clive. Good to see the base going in so well for the shed. I did see the Akira Scale locos at my local Heritage Railway. Never seen Akira Scale locos in person until our Ale on Rails event. Oh. Lulu is sat next to me now, a little anxious tonight with the bangs. There's Brian with the train set shop as well. Check out the train set shop. Coming up to Christmas now. Snap yourself a bargain. As I say, the unofficial sponsor of the Thursday night live stream. Right, I make that 25 past now, so I'm going to stop the trains and I'm going to actually glue that track, a job I've been trying to do for weeks. So stop, stop. Oh yeah, and I managed to stop it right where I need to not to be, so let's move that back on again. Right, stop them, turn off the track power. And take out the old Yoo-hoo. So this is what I do for where I'm cutting the track for the joins between the modules. Is obviously I pin the track down. Is there actually a camera that's looking at this? So I pin the track down and then I just glue along it with some Yoo-hoo, because I'm going to be going over it with ballast and everything anyway, so you're not going to see it. So just about 10 sleepers before the join. And down the centre of the track, because it's going to be weathered as well, you're not going to see the glue marks on the sleepers. I like to be quite generous with it as well, because I've tried using, you know, the old soldering of screws and things like that, and the rail joiners and everything. And to be honest, I find this works the best. It keeps, the Yoo-hoo really keeps the track in place. And just be generous with it, because like this stuff is only, you can still get it for like £1 in Poundland. And I'd say I've just found this is what works best for me. Obviously be careful that where you've got the join in the baseboard, that you don't glue your baseboards together. And it does smell quite nice. Right, that's that side done. I'll do the other side. And I will be up in Derry tomorrow, so I can stop in Poundland and get some more Yoo-hoo. So I think, yeah, it's actually only these joins I have to do, because I've done the other boards already, they've been done. So it's just actually this side. So if I get this done, and if I do get a spare few minutes over the weekend, I can come and do the ballasting. Also, the ballasting will also help keep the track in place, but the Yoo-hoo just is a bit more secure than just using the PVA with the ballast. Oh, I think I'm just about going to have enough in this tube to do it. So it wasn't a full tube. There we go. A bit more on there. And also, if you've got cork underlay, you want to make sure you glue the cork as well, so the whole thing is glued together. Whew. Right. Now we're up at the phone. Right, what have I missed now? John Honey says, sorry to hear that, Richard. Give Lulu a cuddle from us. Simon Malota. Also, I do have a third pannier tank now, 64XX, which I bought off Captain Static, of Captain Bus Anchor. My new addition didn't take any notice of the fireworks. She's normally so busy chewing my builder's line. I take it she's not much help out there then, yeah. Well, seeing all the moderators in tonight, the link on the voting page, yes, moderators, nominations are in now for Moderator of the Year. The link is pinned to the top of the chat, so do give your vote. Richard, if you're still there, would you mind sharing that on your socials as well, please? We did something, myself and Janus and Barnabas Junction came up with a couple of years ago, and we've been doing that annually. Because all of us who do these live streams, we couldn't do it without our moderators, and it's just to help support them, you know, celebrate them, all the hard work they do, helping moderate our streams and everything. We just have a little nomination every year, vote for the best one, and there is a prize for the one who gets the most votes. Clive says, no, between chasing the brush and cutting the brick lines yesterday, she caught in the scuffed and netting. It will be in the next vid. Brian says, my dog just wants to eat the fireworks. Okay. Andy says, Blondie, she's no like bangs. Blondie says no. I've heard you mention that with the level lines on the base there, Clive. They need, they do need the company, the doggies, yes. They're more like atom bombs going off, to be honest. Flymo, I've had to stop her a few times. She'll soon be done. Thanks for the stream, Mark. Good night, everyone. Good night, Maura. Yeah, I'm going to be finishing up now in a few minutes. Well, it's actually, I should be finishing now. Well, I only need a couple of fireworks last night, and the rest of fireworks official display. As last year's winner, you can't vote for me yet. Timbersurf won last year, so you can't vote for him this year. New Junction will do. Thanks very much, Richard. So I'm going to sign off now. Good evening to you and to Brian. Keep safe and keep warm. Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. So I love doing these streams Thursday night, chatting to you guys, chewing the cud, so to speak. Unfortunately, I don't have a video out this week because just been too busy with life. If I get a chance over the weekend, which I probably won't because I'm helping my daughter move house, I want to get the ballasting done on this, and then I can crack on with the rest of the scenery around the viaduct here. I need to get the backboard cut as well. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Hit the thumbs up on your way out. Subscribe if you're new here. As always, it's a pleasure hosting this every Thursday evening, having you guys in. And enjoy your modelling over the weekend, whatever you get up to. I'll sign off now and say thanks for tuning in, and keep on modelling, guys.